Keisha, we one of the guys we love to talk about, Odell Beckham. Someone was recently speaking about him, and it was Rashad Jennings who said that Odell Beckham Jr. is absolutely capable of leading the Giants. Do you think that Odell is capable of leading the New York Giants?
Capable, yes. Will he be a leader? I don't know yet. I think Odell Beckham, he has the capability to be and do whatever he wants to, and he definitely puts in the work to be the superstar on the field that he is now. But we've seen questionable judgment calls made by him off the field, and the most recent being that video with the woman and some questionable substance while they were eating pizza in a hotel room. And that wasn't that long ago. So I think there's still definitely room to grow maturity wise, and through that evolution, he may evolve to be a leader in the way that we traditionally think of leaders, because part of being a good leader is exercising good judgment. But I think he could also be a leader just by his example, by his work ethic, his fire and his passion for the game, his fire and his passion to win. That stuff can be contagious. So I can see him being a leader in that regard. But I think it might be a couple more years until he becomes a more well-rounded leader.
Yeah, I think with Odell Beckham, look, when you take his numbers in the first 4 years that he's played in the NFL, and of course, he had the injury-plagued season last year where he went out, I think after the fourth game, it was during the fourth game of the season. Now, the thing is with Odell Beckham, his numbers, they stack up. Like with, again, Jerry Rice's numbers are a little bit better, but Larry Fitzgerald and, Julio Jones, Antonio Brown, some of these other great wide receivers in the NFL over the course of the last 5, 10, even 15 years, Michael Irvin, his numbers are really, really good. I think what Odell Beckham needs to focus on, obviously, is just doing what he does best, and that's being a game-changing player for the Giants, without a doubt. The off-the-field stuff, there's a part of me that feels like that's always going to be there. That I just think that this guy has this impulsive behavior that if he hasn't been able to fix it by now, I know that he's been in the league for a number of years, that this stuff is going to continue and continue. But at the same time, he's so good that it just seems like the Giants are willing to just let a lot of this stuff slide. As far as him being a leader, I think that there have been times where he's shown that he can be a leader, without a doubt. And it's not just by scoring touchdowns, but it's by, picking up some of his teammates. He is a rah-rah guy on the sidelines. You see him when the defense is there pumping his arms up like that to get the crowd motivated and get into the game. But only time will tell, and I think that right now there's certainly some optimism for this Giants team. Last season was tough. Odell Beckham was one of the lone bright spots early on in the season, and then here the guy goes out with this crazy freaking injury. So I wish him the best. I hope that he can turn this thing around and hopefully, be a great Giant for years to come.
I think one way that he's shown to be a leader is not holding out, because he's in the middle of trying to renegotiate, get a big payday, and there was talk about him possibly holding out until he got that deal signed. But what he did was he showed up, he did what he could do physically and also medically, because he was on medical restriction during the off-season OTAs and mini camps. So I think that's one positive way, because we see Julio Jones has a holdout because he wants more money. So I think that might be one example of the evolution of Odell Beckham being a more mature person and a leader on and off the field. So we're rooting for you, OBJ. Go Giants.